Welcome to SHIB Flippening Doge Day. It's a big day in meme coin world. We're going to get straight to it. Let's go. Naomi, talk to me. What's happening?
Big day for meme coins. All right, so let's dive into it. A lot of news on the meme coin front. First of all, we have a new ad campaign in the UK. So apparently the Shiba Inu dog of Elon Musk named Floki has had a cryptocurrency named after it called Floki, and there are advertisements all over public transport in the UK for Floki. Oh my goodness. So I don't know how the Advertising Standards Authority is going to react to this. In the past, they have been pretty strict about what could be advertised in terms of cryptocurrency. But it is interesting to see all of this attention on Floki, especially after the other day Elon Musk said, do not buy Floki, do not buy meme coins, do not invest all of your hard-earned money in this. I do not own any Floki, et cetera, et cetera. So that was the first big news, this giant advertising campaign. But then you've got other things that Zach just alluded to. So Shiba Inu is doing crazy right now. It's another meme coin inspired by Dogecoin, but not Dogecoin. These are all very similar coins. I understand why you might be getting confused. So over the past year, it's surged 60 million%. And in the last 24 hours, it's up almost 30%. It's made a bunch of millionaires overnight. We can dig into that in a second, why you may not want to be enticed by things like this. And there's also a petition that has garnered over 300,000 signatures for Robinhood to list Shiba Inu on the site. Now, Shiba has surged so much that it very briefly surpassed Doge in market value today, according to CoinGecko. So Shiba and Doge are kind of like fighting it out between 10th and 11th place on CoinGecko. A lot to dig into here. I have a lot of thoughts for sure, but I'm going to throw to Zach to start off with. What's your take on all of this meme coin rise? Where are we heading?
It's shocking. It's shocking, as one blockchain data analyst told my colleague Muya Shen this morning. The thing that stood out to me in our reporting this morning that I was scrambling to edit because everybody in the world seems to care about these crappy dog coins was that $160 million in what Nansen designates as smart money, according to the blockchain analytics platform, was behind this latest push, right? So Shiba has been an extremely retail phenomenon to date. And now we're slowly starting to see folks who have made a bit of money in the DeFi space plow their earnings into the SHIB. So that to me is an interesting piece of news here, right? You know, we understood this as one thing, this resilient army of small holders. All of a sudden, some bigger holders are getting involved. SHIB whales are trying to ride the wave. And it seems as though they're doing so to great effect as the self-proclaimed Dogecoin killer rests atop its originator. For the day, at least. So anyway, back to you, Naomi. That's my take.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about the slogan that this Floki coin has written on the UK underground. It says, "Missed Doge, get Floki." It's really preying on people's vulnerabilities. I feel like this is such a gambling meme, if anything. It's just kind of this degenerate, you know, I have a 1 in a trillion chance of becoming a trillionaire. I want to be like everyone else and get rich quick. I should dive into this. I mean, when I'm looking at coins, and I know, Will, you remarked yesterday, you're like, Naomi, you like all the coins. It's absolutely not true. I like things that I can use in my everyday life. So you'll find that the only things I talk about are things that I use, that, you know, have some sort of use case. I fail to see what coins like these, what their use is. Because we talk about the resilience of this army that Zach's alluded to, and, you know, how, oh, well, it's not going anywhere because these people are propping it up. It's like, what are they propping up? Are they propping up a house of cards? Like, what is the utility? Can I spend this at stores? Who accepts it? You know, are there discounts if I spend it at stores? Do any merchants accept it? Is it good for anything else? Like, I just don't see what the use case is. And maybe you're going to come after me, Floki army. Like, you may be a tight-knit community. You may be rallying around this thing that you believe in, but what are you actually believing in? Like, what is the underlying utility of something like this? How is this benefiting you? How is this giving you more freedom in your life or more self-sovereignty? Like, these are questions that people should be thinking before they dive into any project. There are lots of really interesting, cool tech out there. Lots of things you can explore for making your life more free, or things you can use in your everyday life. I just fail to see what the use case of this is, other than it just, being speculated upon and people trying to get it into the things like this into Robinhood. Like it seems like it's all just speculation and gambling. But that's my take there. Will, I'm gonna throw to you. Oh, Zach, maybe I'll throw back to you because your hands was up.
I just want to say, embrace the nihilism. All this stuff could be said for all crypto coins at some point, including Bitcoin and Dogecoin, which is now accepted at like Dallas Mavericks games. So people are believing in this thing and manifesting it into reality. Who knows? It could be a disastrous investment for these people. But one day there could be that use case that we herald so often on the show. But anyway, I'm sorry for jumping in. Will and Jen, I'm going to shut up now. And you guys should
No, you said exactly what I was going to say. At some point, Bitcoin was the same thing, right? There's no use case for it, and people were just kind of playing around with it, mining it on their laptop, sending it to their friends as a prank, or buying pizza with it, buying pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin, right? So that's how all these things start off. So that's why I'm moving to the Shiba Inu tribe here. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to back Naomi up on this one. I think the ad in the subway, it just reminded, I think we need to learn lessons from our past, right? When Doge rallied, we saw all of these people who were suffering from FOMO take out massive loans and try and get into Doge because people were becoming millionaires overnight. And so I'm going to come back to the whole education narrative. I mean, don't pour all of your money in this because of FOMO. Like, understand what you're investing in. And so, Naomi, I completely back you up. I don't really think the advertising in the subway station was
Jen, I love your motherly instincts.
I don't think it was moral. I know. Sometimes I just go down this whole I just want to read the transport what the transport system for London said. They said that the capital's transport system is not responsible to carry out due diligence on individuals or entities that advertise on the network. And so it feels like there's like a whole process breakdown when it comes to advertising in the UK, because surely there is some kind of vetting process for ads. There are things that cannot go up on advertising. And so if the Advertising Standard Authority doesn't want these ads to go up, I feel like these two, they need to work together, because at the end of the day, they're just losing money. But anyways, that's my rant. That didn't really make a lot of sense, but I'm sure you guys picked up the key points from there, and I'll kick it back to you, Naomi.
Yeah, I'll just mention that the big difference between Bitcoin and Floki and Shiba and Doge and all of these things is that Bitcoin has the first mover advantage. It was novel tech. When Bitcoin came onto the scene, there was no such thing as a decentralized digital money. This enabled the transfer of payments without any trusted intermediary being needed. And so it was something that you just had nothing. There was no competition on the marketplace. This was the only solution. And more tech has come onto the scene since then, but you always have to ask yourself, like, what is the edge? If this is something you're pouring your savings into, what is the edge that one of these coins have? Because we already have things that enable fast transfer, instantaneous transfer of money or payments at merchants or all these other things. So as these latecomers, come onto the scene and they're just riding on meme power, what else do they have other than meme power? Like, yes, they can start to get accepted at merchants and all that. And if they start doing that, if there's utility, and this is the case, I will start, looking at this and taking it more seriously. But I do worry when people are pouring their money into something on promises. We've seen a lot of that in the crypto space, things that haven't eventuated. I love the idea of people dreaming big, but just be careful with your money if, people are just riding on promises and the only value of something is speculation and there's actually no utility in your everyday life. Bitcoin had this first mover advantage, but these coins are late to the scene. They don't have the edge. They don't have the same infrastructure built around it. They don't have the same acceptance. So just think carefully there. But Zach, I did see your hand go up. So final thoughts before we move on.
I got nothing. I mean, in it for the tech. Are we all in it for the tech?
Did your hand go up?
In it for the tech.
He's emotionally drained from all this meme talk.
it's just so much. Like, I remember like wanting to fight this like earlier in the year and just being like, no, and being like the crying midwit guy. And now I'm just trying to get to the ends of the bell curve. I don't know which one. I don't know if I'm on the small brain or the big brain, but I'm just trying to get down from the peak.
Way.
Okay,
Just to be
that's all we need. Take care of me, Will. Next time we hang.